Dave Morris. Today we'll look at some of the stories you can find in upcoming editions of the Oklahoman, including Interim Superintendent for the Oklahoma City Schools, David Lopez, sitting in his first board meeting. Lawmakers called to the Capitol for a special session. But first, new details surrounding the arrest of rapper Chainz and his entourage. Here to tell us all about these stories, Nick Tragakis from the Oklahoman's newsroom. Nick, thanks for your time today.
Sure.
And let's start with rapper Chainz. This has been an ongoing story and evolving headlines. And what's new today?
Well, this of course stems from the recent Lil Wayne concert in Oklahoma City, and the opening act, or backup act if you will, Chainz, as they were leaving the city on their tour bus, they were stopped by police, and we've been waiting to get the documentation from police on what they found on the bus when they searched it, and now we've got a search warrant. What we found was, most notably, the police found 2 semi-automatic pistols. They found a 12-gauge pump shotgun, some prescription painkillers, which apparently there was a prescription for, and some marijuana residue on the bus. Now, no charges have been filed yet, but we're staying on top of that one and are obviously going to report on it if and when that does happen.
All right, so it's not true. Willie Nelson has been pulled over for similar situations. I wonder if they ever found, the semi-automatic in his possession.
Probably
on his
not,
bus.
Probably not Willie.
All right, moving on as I should at this point. The Oklahoma City School Board has his first meeting tonight, in fact, and Dave Lopez will be there. Yeah,
the Carl Springer era came to an end last week. He's retired now, and this is our first school board meeting post-Springer. Dave Lopez, the interim superintendent, is going to sit in on his first meeting tonight. Our Tim Willard, who's covering education, spoke with Lopez on the phone today, and he was kind of keeping things close to his vest. He wasn't going into too much about what his philosophy was going to be. The feeling is generally he wants to get into the school board, get to know the school board members, get used to working with them, and then kind of maybe start to push his agenda for how he'd like to reform, shape, or change the district as he goes forward. On a more concrete note, we are expecting that they may discuss some enrollment numbers tonight, and so we'll have a feeling if there's been a growth or maybe a pullback in the amount of students in the district.
And one other story let's talk about here, the Oklahoma legislature began a special session today.
Yeah, this is the first special session under Governor Mary Fallin, and it was called for the main reason to deal with the tort reform law. This was a 2009 law that was passed and subsequently was overturned by the state Supreme Court. They said that the law violated the single subject rule of the Constitution. There were several measures kind of log rolled into one, and that's the term they give to a law that violates that rule. It's log rolling. They're going to now have to break up this law, introduce somewhere in the neighborhood of 30 to 40 separate measures and approve all of those to try to get the tort reform laws back on the books the way that Fallin and her supporters would like them to be. So they kicked off this afternoon, and we expect it to continue for several days.
It's a story our Graham Brewer is working on, and we welcome him aboard to the Oklahoman staff. Nick, thanks for your time today. We appreciate it.
Sure.
Be looking for these stories in upcoming editions of the Oklahoman and on our website at newsok.com. Have a great evening, everybody.